her first appearance upon the great and busy stage of life. With a virtuous mind, a cultivated understanding, and a feeling heart, her ignorance of the forms and inexperience in the manners of the world occasion all the little incidents which these volumes record, and which form the natural progression of the life of a young woman of obscure birth, but conspicuous beauty, for the first 6 months after her entrance into the world. Perhaps, were it possible to effect the total extirpation of novels, our young ladies in general, and boarding school damsels in particular, might profit from their annihilation. But since the distemper they have spread seems incurable, since their contagion bids defiance to the medicine of advice or reprehension, and since they are found to baffle all the mental arts of physics, save what is prescribed by the slow regimen of time and bitter diet of experience, surely all attempts to contribute to the number of those which may be read, if not with advantage, at least without injury, ought rather to be encouraged than condemned. Let me, therefore, prepare for disappointment those who, in the perusal of these sheets, entertained the gentle expectation of being transported to the fantastic regions of romance, where fiction is colored by all the gay tints of luxurious imagination, where reason is an outcast, and where sublimity of the marvelous rejects all aid from sober probability. The heroine of these memoirs, young, artless, and inexperienced, is no faultless monster that the world never saw, but the offspring of nature, and of nature in her simplest attire. In all the arts, the value of copies can only be proportioned to the scarcity of originals. Among sculptors and painters, a fine statue or a beautiful picture of some great master may deservedly employ the imitative talents of young and inferior artists, that their appropriation to one spot may not wholly prevent the more general expansion of their excellence. But among authors the reverse is the case, since the noblest productions of literature are almost equally attainable with the meanest. In books, therefore, imitation cannot be shunned too sedulously, for the very perfection of a model, which is frequently seen, serves but more forcibly to mark the inferiority of a copy. To avoid what is common, without adopting what is unnatural, must limit the ambition of the vulgar herd of authors. However zealous, therefore, my veneration of the great writers I have mentioned, however I may feel myself enlightened by the knowledge of Johnson, charmed with the eloquence of Rousseau, softened by the pathetic powers of Richardson, and exhilarated by the wit of Fielding and humor of Smollett, I yet presume not to attempt pursuing the same ground which they have tracked, whence, though they may have cleared the weeds, they have also culled the flowers, and though they have rendered the path plain, they have left it barren. The candor of my readers I have not the impertinence to doubt, and to their indulgence I am sensible I have no claim. I have, therefore, only to entreat, that my own words may not pronounce my condemnation, and that what I have here ventured to say in regard to imitation may be understood as it is meant, in a general sense, and not be imputed to an opinion of my own originality, which I have not the vanity, the folly, or the blindness to entertain. Whatever may be the fate of these letters, the editor is satisfied they will meet with justice, and commits them to the press, though hopeless of fame, yet not regardless of censure. End of the Introduction and Dedication.